a little bit of a video from the bench. We didn't get around to loading the 7x57 during the live stream the other night, so we'll do that tonight. So what I've come up with is 2 powder charges of the IMR 4166 that I want to continue to evaluate in my Kar98k Mauser, and I'm at 45.9 grains and 46.4 grains. Those were 2 loads that shot well before. I'd like to do some more testing. In this batch of brass, I have 10 more that are ready to go. They're sized and primed. I need to put a little bit more of a case flare, a bell, to seat these flat-based Hornady 170 grain RN interlocks. I've been having good luck shooting these in my 8mm Mauser. I like just a tiny bit of flare, so we'll use a LEE universal expanding die with the small little expander in there and just touch them a little bit. I'm going to move along at a pretty quick pace so this video doesn't go too awful long. We'll see how it goes with the new camera angle. See how that feels, just a little bit more flare. See how the bullet goes. Yep, that's looked like that'll start real well. So I'll go ahead and hit all 10 of them that way. I said I'm going to run along at a pretty good clip here. This is mostly to show the 8x57 that some folks were asking about, and also to test the camera setup. I don't know if I'm going to like this angle. I'm going to be in and out of the picture myself a little bit, but I like the view a little bit better than the straight overhead. I'm still working on the settings for the light and the contrast. I think I might have to put something on the bench because the glare of the polyurethane here really shows up in the camera. It does some weird things with the exposure. It makes it so anything white gets really blown out. I do have other software that I can capture with that lets me adjust the white point and things of that nature, but I think I like recording a little bit better just right straight the way I am now with not too much overhead on the computer. So now we're done with that expanding die. We'll move on to the powder charge. We'll do the 5 with the 45.9 because it won't take long to do flat 5 cases. I already have this perfect powder measure set up to throw just a little bit short of my 45.9. I've got some more 4166 up here in the trickler. Got the 1010 scale all set up. I did run some test charges. We can sanity check with the Dillon determinator to make sure everything's good. So we'll start out there, get out a funnel, throw a charge. Okay, that looks good. Let's see where we're at. This goes pretty quick when the brass is already prepped and ready to go. Just a little trickle here, a couple kernels. Looking through the magnifying glass at the lubber line there. Okay, that's right on the money. We'll take it. See what the determinator says for the cross check. 46.0, it's within a tenth, we'll take it. The 1010 is certainly a better scale, so I'm happy with that. It's hard not to look up at the monitor and see what's going on the screen. I know the shot is composed pretty good, so we should be in pretty good shape. So we'll run through these 5 and try not to waste too much time and see if filming this way is feasible, because this shouldn't take too much editing. I've already stumbled on a couple of words because I'm trying to hurry to make the video relatively short. I went about a kernel too much. We'll just let a little back into there. I've been making videos that are about 20 minutes long, and I think that that might be on the fat side of what people will actually watch. Okay, that looks good, right on the money. Let's check it. Still reading 148 on the tear measurement, so it hasn't drifted. 46.0, same charge. This is pretty basic. I'm just filling cases that are already prepped. Powder bridged a little bit there, but there it goes. Okay, there's 2 down. So people, give me some feedback if this view, this style works, or if you like something different better. I worked a little bit late today, so it's later in the evening than I wanted to be working on this, but I really felt like getting the video out. Wow, I did it again. I went like one kernel too much. Not paying attention. There, I dumped out just a little bit. It's kind of like The Price is Right. You don't want to overbid. That's good. We'll cross-check it on the digital. 46.0, pretty consistent. Yeah, we're set for 45.9 on the 1010. So that's certainly within the realm of what tolerances are, to be within a tenth there. So I'm just throwing this just a little bit under with the perfect powder measure. The 4166 is a relatively shortcut extruded, so it throws in the measure pretty good, and it trickles pretty good too. Just a little under. One more. Only one, please, not two. There's one. I like it. That might be, it's about a half of a line, but it should still be 46 there. Yep, 46. I like it. Okay, one more with this powder charge. And then we'll move on to seating some bullets and make this a relatively short video that just shows a little bit of this. And then the viewers can give me some feedback about what to change, the camera angle, the sound, the brightness, what you'd like to see. Because as the winter weather comes, we can do a little bit more from the bench. We can do different things. We can do making brass for some of the goofy guns that I have. We can do normal everyday reloading. I just wanted a little bit better setup at the bench for filming, so I think I'm getting closer. 45.9, 46, flickering between the two. I'll take it. All right. So we're all charged. They all look about the same, looking good. So let's get a seating die out of this LEE Collet Die set. And this should be still set up pretty close from the last time I used it, but we'll sneak up on the first one that I seat just to make sure. I typically run just a little bit of crash or cushion in the dies. I can just feel a little bit of tension before the stop. I'm going to back this out a half of a turn, which is roughly 25 thousandths, and we'll go ahead and seat some bullets. And I'm just going to seat them reference the Cannelure. Yep, that's about what it needs. It needs about 25 thousandths more to get to the top of the Cannelure. So we'll put that half a turn back into the die. That might be just a smidgen deeper than I really wanted, but I can live with that. I'm gonna back the others out and get that seating depth to where I wanted it. I can adjust that first one. Still just a smidgen deeper than I was expecting versus the Cannelure. We'll fix them. won't go quite all the way this time. A little more. About right there. Back it out. Come back down. Right there. That's more like I like to see, just a little bit of the top of the Cannelure showing. I'll tap those first couple back out with a kinetic puller just enough to get a reseat on them. Yep, that looks good. Certainly within the tolerance of the brass trim job. Just see a little bit of the top of it. Last one. Yep, I like that. So let me get the kinetic puller real quick and we'll just put a couple taps on those. It only happens on video when you seat them a little too deep and you have to fix them. They're not bad. I could have lived with them, but I like them just a smidgen longer when I'm sitting to the Cannelure. I'm going to hit this on the concrete floor real quick. Just tiny wrap. These are running pretty light neck tension, so it doesn't take much to move it. So that moved that out just enough. Same thing here. Sometimes you got to fix things that you did wrong. Yep, there we go. Okay, we're all set there. Let's go ahead and just get that seated. Yep, right on the money. Let's get this one seated. Right on the money. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'll take it. So those are all set. We'll put a real light factory crimp on them. I grab the die box with the factory crimp die. Okay, here we go. Looks about right. We're not going to put too much on here, just enough to take that case flare out of there. Tiny bit more. All right, I like that. There we go. 5 rounds, got them all set. It's a good looking 8mm Mauser bullet with that nice round nose 170, 45.9 grains of the IMR 4166. We'll get them to the range for the Kar98k. Let me know what you think about this camera angle, this setup. This was just a real quick one to do something at the bench and check out the camera, see how it works. And we'll call that a wrap up. Well, I still have to do the other 5, but I'll do those off camera. I'll get this video out right quick. It's Thursday, the 23rd of September, so maybe if the weather straightens out, we'll get out tomorrow on Friday and we'll get another target printed and see how it looks. Thanks for watching.